Okay, this video is for extra tutoring. If you're having trouble with the multiplication, this video is for the 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication with the turtle head strategy that we've been working on in class. So you can access the worksheet I'm going to be going over by going into your classroom and finding the topic tutoring right here. So if you click on that, you're going to see assignment 1. And that's the one that goes along with this video. So let's go ahead and open that. Okay, as you can see, it brings up a worksheet. Now, if you complete these at home, I will happily give you extra credit, but you have to show your work so I can see what you're doing, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do on my paper is I'm going to write down my problem, and my first problem is 83 times 72. That's why I call it double digit by double digit, because there's 2 here and there's 2 here. And this is the one that we use the turtle head strategy on. So we're going to follow our steps that we've been going over in class. The first thing you do is draw a turtle head. Now at any time during this video, I'm actually going to give you opportunities to pause to do it by yourself, and then you can check it with my work. But if at any time you want to pause and try it yourself, do that, because you can start it right back up. So we did draw our turtle head. That's the first thing we do. The second thing we do is multiply the neck by the back of the head. We're going to multiply the ones places here. So pause right now and go ahead and do that. Okay, you should have multiplied 2 times 3, which gives me 6. Now the 6 is going to go directly under the ones place, right? So after I multiply the ones places, my neck by the back of the head, then I'm going to multiply the ones place down here in the neck times the turtle's face. This is 2 times 8, which is 16. Now you can pause here if you want to, or you can just keep going with me. 2 times 8 is 16. Now, sometimes I store it at my neighbor's house, right? So if I have a neighbor, now this isn't a neighbor, this represents that this is the first problem. If I have another number here, I'm going to want to store that 1, right? My ones place. But I don't have a neighbor, so this number goes directly under here. Keep your places in order. See how this 6 is directly under the tens? My 1 is in my 100s place. I don't have a 100 here, but that's okay because I'm still keeping my places in order. So I got this 16 by multiplying the neck by the front, by the turtle's face. Okay, now I'm ready to continue on. I've multiplied everything by its neck. The back of the head and its face. So we're ready to go to the next problem. Now we're going to go under his chin. Now if we had any numbers up here that we regrouped from the first multiplication, you're going to want to draw him some hair. Remember how we said that in class? So I'm going to mark that number out by drawing him some hair. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make him a collar. And what I'm doing as I make that collar, I'm marking this number out because I'm finished with it. And I don't know if you know this, but what happens when you put a collar on a turtle? Absolutely, it lays an egg. Now that egg is going to need to be laid directly under the ones place here. So now we've got our collar, we've drawn hair if we needed it, but we don't need it this time, and we have our egg. So we're ready to go on. Now we're going to go under his chin. Now every turtle needs a beard, right? So what do I do first? You can pause it here if you want to and see what and try it, and then you can check it with me. So the first thing you should have done is, remember how his beard's kind of shaped like a V? We're going to multiply this number by the back of his head first. 7 times 3 is 21. Now here's a perfect example of how, if I have a neighbor's house to store my ones in, I'm going to put them there instead of putting them in my basement. So 7 times 3 is 21. Now I'm going to put my 2 up here and my 1 directly beside my ones place in my tens place. 7 times 3 is 21. I put my 2 in my neighbor's attic because I'm not putting it in my basement if I don't have to. So now I'm ready to make the rest of my V. 7 times 8. What is 7 times 8? If you said 56, you're correct. But you cannot forget to add the 2 on top. Now you're going to have to take that stuff you put in the attic home with you. So 7 times 8 is 56, 57, 58. Now I don't have a neighbor's house to put my 5 in, right? So I'm going to have to store all that in my basement, and that's okay because I have space. Now notice how I kept my places in line. I forgot my comma. I know somebody would have told me that. if we were in class. And I kept my ones in place, my tens in place, my hundreds, and then I have a thousands here. I don't have a thousands here, here, or here, but that's okay because I still know this is my thousands. Now, what's my last step? Absolutely. I'm going to add these up because these are partial products. This is a part of my product. This is a part of my product. And I'm going to have to add these together to get my total. So you can pause now and go ahead and do that if you want to try it, and then you can check it with mine. Okay, I'm going to add these together. 6 plus 0 is, of course, 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 8 plus 1 is 9. And 5 plus 0 is 5. So my grand product is 5,976. So there you go. That's the steps that you do to get the turtle head process strategy going. You can finish the rest of these on this worksheet that I have on Google and bring it in, and I'll give you extra credit, okay? Thank you for your time and your hard work, and good luck.